So good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Afternoon.
afternoon.
Okay, how are you today? How are you today?
I'm
I'm
good.
And you?
I am
Thank
Good.
you. And you?
So our subject for today is science.
Yes.
Our topic is about classifying things. Classifying things.
บางตัวก็อาจจะเปลี่ยนอาชีพไปทำอย่างอื่นแทนไปเลย
We are surrounded by a variety of things. These things have characteristics that allow us to classify them. Who can read this one? Yes, Nana.
We classify things into different groups to help us in our study of things.
Okay, very good. Next, who wants to read? Atom.
Classifying things makes it easier for us to look for similarities and or differences.
Okay, very good. So things can be classified into living things and
Non-living things.
very good, non-living things. So non-living things can be further classified into smaller groups based on properties such as the first one. What is the first one?
State of matter.
Okay, state of matter. Next. Okay, electrical conductivity. Next.
Heat conductivity.
Very good.
Transparency.
Very good.
Strength.
Strength.
Hardness.
Hardness. Yes.
Magnetic properties.
Yes.
Magnetic properties.
Next.
Flexibility.
Flexibility. Flexibility.
Flexibility.
Yes. Next.
Buoyancy.
Buoyancy. Yes, buoyancy. And the last one is
Texture.
texture. Very good. So let's start with state of matter. Things can be classified by their state. So how many states of matter do we have?
3.
3. What are those 3 states of matter?
Solid, liquid, gas.
Okay, solid, liquid, and gas. Very good. So we have solid, liquid, and gas. So can you give me an example of solid?
A rock.
A rock. Yes, very good, Aya. What else?
A table.
Table. Yes. Can you give me example of liquid?
Water.
A water.
Water.
Soft
Aside
drink.
from water.
Coca-Cola. We need Coca-Cola.
Okay, soda. What else?
Soft drink.
Milk. How about gas?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Clean air.
Clean air.
Gas.
Yes, gas is an example of gas. Okay, let's go with the next one, which is electrical conductivity. Who wants to read?
Electrical conductivity. It's a property that describes whether or not an object is able to conduct electricity.
Okay, good. Thank you. So electrical conductors, things that can conduct electricity. Electricity can pass through. Example here is metal. Electricity can pass through the metal. And we also have these electrical insulators. things that unable to conduct electricity. Example is plastic. So what other things conduct electricity? Can you give me example of things that conducts electricity? Usually they are made of metal.
Well,
The inside of the pencil.
Okay.
no,
Other
I don't
examples?
think so. Wait, it does?
Yes, it does. It does conduct electricity.
Mm,
How about electrical insulator, where electricity cannot pass through?
uh,
Rubber band.
Rubber.
Something.
Okay,
rubber
rubber
and
band,
plastic
rubber,
and wood and
plastic,
crap and
wood. Okay, thank you so much. Next, let's go with heat conductivity. Who wants to read this one? Nana.
In the property that measures how well an object conducts heat.
Okay. Next, insulator of heat, material that conduct heat poorly. So we have here an example, which is a frying pan. The handle of the frying pan is an insulator of heat, while the pan itself is a good conductor of heat, which means these are materials that conduct heat very quickly. So what do you think will happen if all the parts of the pan is a good conductor of heat?
your hand will burn and
Okay, your
ouch.
hands will get burned. So can you give me other example of things that are good conductor of heat?
Iron.
Iron
Iron.
and
Yes. Yes. How about insulator of heat?
A wood.
Wood.
Wood,
Or plastic.
plastic,
Rubber band.
rubber. Okay.
Uh,
Let's go with the next, which is transparency. Transparency. Who wants to read this one? It's easy.
it
Look, do you
measures
wanna-
how much light can pass through the object.
Okay, it measures how much light can pass through the object. So we have an example here. There are three different types or kinds of plastic cups or glass. The first one is transparent, where all light falling on the material can pass through it. Which do you think here is the transparent? The clear, the green, or the blue one?
the white one.
The clear one. This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the transparent. So all the light falling on the material can pass through it. Next, we have translucent.
The green
Only.
The green,
So,
the green.
okay, it's
green
the
one.
green one. So only some of the light falling on the material can pass through. Not all the light, but only some. Next, we
The
have
blue one.
opaque. So opaque, none of the light falling on the material can pass through. Can you give me example of things or materials that are opaque?
Wood.
Wood,
A TV.
TV,
Human.
human.
Air.
Okay,
Conditioning.
air conditioner. Okay. How about transparent?
Glass.
Glass.
Okay, a glass. Translucent.
A beer bottle. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that.
Those dark colored bottles. Now let's go with the next one, which is strength. Please read.
Tell us how much force can be applied on that materials without breaking.
Okay, thank you so much. So it tells us how much force can be applied on that material without breaking. So we have weak material breaks when small force is applied. Example here is a toothpick. So when we apply for a small force, it will break easily. And we have a strong material break only when large force is applied. Example, a pen. So it needs more or large force to break it. Can you give more example of things that needs or it has strong material?
Pencil is strong.
Okay, pencil is strong. So let's go on with the next one. It's hardness. Who wants to read this one?
Me.
Okay, just read.
Is the ability of the material to withstand scratch.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Is the ability of the material to withstand scratches. So I have here metal spoon and a wooden spoon. So what do you think will happen if I scratch the metal spoon with a toothpick? Will it leave a scratch or not?
No.
No.
Okay, it won't leave any scratch.
Maybe,
No.
but
How about if I scratch the wooden spoon with an iron nail? What do you think will happen?
It's
it will break in
exploded
half.
It will broke.
because the things that you put in is more harder than
Yes.
that.
Okay, very good. So it will leave a scratch. It will leave a mark. Very good. What is the softest and the hardest mineral on Earth? Do you have any idea?
None of them. I don't have
No
any
idea?
idea.
Okay. The softest mineral is talc and the hardest is diamond. Next, we have magnetic properties. Who want to read this one? Yes, Nana.
Some materials can be attracted by magnet. These are called magnetic.
Okay, some materials can be attracted by magnet. These are called magnetic. So example is iron. So can you give me other examples or things that can be attracted by magnet?
Probably iron. Magnet can something.
What other examples or things that you know that can be attracted by magnets?
Metal. That's. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing.
Example of things made of metal.
Paper clip.
Well,
Paper clip, very
technically,
good. So let's go with the next one. Materials that are not attracted by magnets are non-magnetic. An example that I put here is a rubber. So what other things are not magnetic? What other things do you know? Aside from rubber.
Fabric.
Fabric, yes, very good. Fabric are non-magnetic. Paper are non-magnetic. What else? Plastic. Flexibility. So a material is said to be flexible if it can bend easily without being damaged or broken. Example, we have this new kind of ruler which is very flexible and rubber band. They can bend easily without being damaged or broken. Ah, next is buoyancy. Want to read this one?
The ability to float. Let's just
Okay, ability
float.
of the material to float is buoyancy. So some materials will float on water, while others will sink. So I have two examples here: a rubber duck and an anvil. Which one do you think will float?
Mm, the rubber duck.
Rubber duck. And the anvil will sink. So can you give me other example of things that can float on water?
Mm, things that can.
Float
There's
on
a boat.
A rubber boat.
boat, yes. About things that will definitely sink. Yeah,
A
Titanic.
TV.
Titanic. Okay, Titanic did sink. Other example of things that will sink?
A car.
Car. Okay.
Bicycle.
Bicycle, yes. It will sink. Okay, next. Which is texture. Okay, this is the last one. Texture. Describes the way a material feels. Some materials are smooth while some are rough. Okay, here are some examples. So which one do you think is smooth?
Pink
The
thing.
pink or the brown?
A pink.
Okay, the pink. And rough, we have the brown. So to test for texture, we can use our sense of touch. Okay, use your hands to feel if things are smooth or things are rough. Okay, so that's the end of my PowerPoint. Do you have any question?
No.
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 So I will ask question.
Yes.
It
Alright.
is the ability of the material to sink or float. It is the
It's
ability of the material to float.
It's
What do we
buoyancy.
call it?
Buoyancy.
Okay, buoyancy. Uh, describes whether or not an object is able to conduct electricity.
What do you say again?
It describes, or it is the property that describes whether or not an object is able to conduct electricity. What do we call that one?
It's electricity conductivity.
Okay, you're near. It's electrical conductivity. So what do we call this material that conduct electricity? Look now, don't blow on your microphone. We can hear. What do we call the materials that conduct electricity?
Ele- conductivity. Material conduct.
You can look at your book if you have it with you.
Wait, what is it again?
It's
Ability to what?
electrical
Oh my-
conductor.
Wait, I think
Electrical
I know that, but I not remember. I think I learned this for 2 times.
Okay, so what are the 3 states of matter?
Solid. Liquid
Solid,
and gas.
liquid and gas. Okay, very good. So what do we call the material if all the light falling on it can pass through? What do we call it?
Transparent.
Okay,
Wait, no.
transparent.
Oh yeah.
How about what if none of the light can pass through?
Start with O, and the next letter is Q, but I don't remember.
Opaque. Okay, opaque. What
Okay.
if only some of the light can pass through?
Translucent.
Okay, translucent. Very good. So I think that's all for today, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
BYE, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.